Hey, howdy folks, welcome to episode 51, and as usual, plans have changed. We are going to do medium diaries and questing, maybe at least one quest on this episode, obviously, but Tears of Guthix is here. It is Wednesday. I've already, delayed Guthix. It's rolling back now by about 10 hours from when it was originally starting, and I don't want to delay it too much further, so even though it hasn't triggered there in the bottom left corner of the screen, it's going to trigger within a few hours. So if I want to use Tears of Guthix on Herblore, I need to level Slayer, Farming, Runecraft. Wait, no, I need to do Prayer as well. That's not happening. I can't, well, can I brute force Prayer? It might be time to let Guthix boost Prayer, just so that it's higher than Herblore, and then just let it do Herblore every other week, like alternate between Herblore and Prayer. That changes stuff. I didn't really think about Herblore boosting past Prayer. In any case, no matter what I do, I would like to get Slayer above Prayer and Runecraft above Prayer, because I'm okay with Prayer getting boosted. I just don't want it to go to Slayer or Runecraft yet. So, if we wanted to do Slayer, I need to find out what my Slayer task is. I don't actually remember. Pop downstairs and grab my gem really quick. And we'll do Slayer at least to 53. I guess I'm going to do everything higher than the amount of Prayer XP I have right now will be the first goal. And then maybe we'll do Herblore depending on how much time that takes. How am I doing? 153 lizards. Oh god, lizards. Annoying. Is there a good lizard thing I can fight? Slayer monsters, ice coolers. So I can do it from Zenaris, basically. But I gotta get a bunch of ice coolers, so I'll do that real quick. Ramen staff. And I should be able to pop in and out of Zenaris to refill water skins. This would be a good one for the Expeditious Bracelet, because I don't want to be out there for very long, you know? Second, my Slayer interface thing isn't popping up. She's confused. Try just talking directly to the Slayer Master. So apparently there's a better lizard I can fight that doesn't require me to be in the desert or use ice coolers or any of that annoying shit. It's out in Mount Karum, which requires the boots to walk on. Requires level 44 Slayer, which we have. So I'm going to go ahead and grab those boots, and I think we're going to give that a shot instead. Something slightly less miserable. Boots of stone, right? See how that plays out. I can see if they're safe spottable too. Sulfur lizards. Well, why don't we pop in there and we can pop out if it looks like it's possible to do it more easily. Sulfur lizards. They don't look super safe spottable, let's see. Oh, they aggro too, that's interesting. But it's not multi-combat, so I can't bring a cannon in here. No, it's okay, we'll get some strength XP. Maybe I can safe spot them out the exit, like maybe they don't follow too far out. Try hitting a couple of them. There's a bank right outside, so I can always swap to that if needed. Fire rooms. If they have any interesting drops. Oh wow, Prayer is further into 74 than I realized. Okay, so I could range safe spot them there. I might end up doing that. I'll do a full run in melee until I run out of food. Then I'll go grab a bow and come back. I guess we could also level some magic here. Haven't done that in a while. Magic's a ways to go from 70, but 70 seems like an important level threshold. Oh, cool. Noted cult. Apparently these lizards drop from the gem drop table more frequently than other enemies, which is increased with the Ring of Wealth, so that's kind of neat. Get more dragon stones if we get more key halves. Also, I can kind of AFK in here-ish. I mean, the enemy's aggro me right now. But if I take some unlucky damage, that'd be sad. These guys drop a cooked fish that heals for 11 every so often, so I might be able to just stay in here on melee. Down with that, I still want to get to 60 strength. The other stuff they dropped is pretty good too, so. Making a quick banking run. This is pretty great though, like, it's almost self-sustainable, or is totally self-sustainable because they drop food fairly often. So I'm going to deposit all my food. I obviously don't need the water skins. Since the bank is so close, I can probably avoid carrying, my teleport runes and gold and just walk out later. Oh hey, strength 59. Nice. Well, we got 2 gems to roll that time. That's cool. Pretty good chance of getting like a loop half of key in that case. Hey, ran our wheat. That's cool. Prayer potion, basically. So a stone chest over here that has a note in it that talks about there being special resources in this dungeon. Hey, another Ranar wheat. So I'm sitting over here while we're doing this. I have a Dungeons & Dragons session coming up that I need to prep for. And historically I've done D&D when I haven't had another like MMO-style distraction running at the same time. It's kind of hard to do both at once. But in the case of RuneScape, I might be able to do both at once. But if I do, I'm going to have to like basically go into heads down grind mode. Especially on the skills that are AFK-ably grindy that we need to take to a higher level to qualify for the quest cape. So while I'm finishing up these lizards, I'm going to do some research on the amount of quest XP that's still floating out there. I don't think there's enough quest XP to be really significant as far as getting us to like 70 mining or 70 smithing or these other thresholds we need for the quest cape and Song of the Elves. But over this episode and the next set of episodes, I might be doing more like focus grinding as opposed to like questing and diarying. I think what my plan will be is at this episode we will finish the medium diaries, or just finish as much of the medium diaries as we can. Try to knock that out so it's not like looming on the horizon. Get back to doing like one maybe shorter quest per episode, and then let me quickly review what the actual stat requirements we have outstanding and which of those stats are potentially AFK-able. So I'm going to look that up here in a sec. Okay, so we need 10 levels of woodcutting to get to 71 woodcutting. 13 levels of smithing to get to 70 smithing. 17 levels of Slayer to get to 69 Slayer. That might be how I do my D&D prep, is through Slayer. Why do we continually get tasks in Slayer that I can mostly AFK for? 12 levels of mining to get to 72 mining. 12 levels of hunter to get to 70 hunter. And 2 levels of fishing for 62 fishing. So I guess also 14 levels of crafting for 70 crafting. All the other skills that we need are not AFKable, or not AFKable enough for me to do D&D's prep while I'm working on them. So, that said, I think my plan will be to try to just brute force Slayer. Slayer is a fun skill, it's one I'd want to level. By brute forcing Slayer, I'll also be leveling combat stats, which will hopefully make some of these upcoming quests easier. I'm not sure if 75 combat is enough to get the quest cape. I was not thinking it was going to be enough to do the defeating the Culinarimancer, but it ended up working out fine. I don't know how many other encounters there are that are quest related that restrict you from using prayer, right? So we won't do it this episode. This episode we'll still try to do Tears of Guthix prep, so that means getting Slayer up past Herblore if possible. Well, no, I mean Slayer up past Prayer. We're not going to get it past Herblore, that would be way too slow. Slayer up past Prayer, Farmer up past Prayer, Runecraft up past Prayer, Tears of Guthix into Prayer, and then Medium Diaries, and then probably an intermediate difficulty quest that we still need to complete. And I would expect that starting with 52, it's pretty much going to be all Slayer all the time as we grind to 69 Slayer to give me time to prep for my D&D adventure. But of course, as with everything, that could all change in a blink of an eye, but that's what I'm thinking right now at hour 401. So we'll be doing a big Slayer focus here soon. We would have to eventually anyway, like, the only way to get Slayer XP is to just kill Slayer monsters, so I don't mind doing it all at once, basically, getting all the grind out of the way, trying to get every skill to its minimum, because I think the XP we're going to be getting from quest rewards is not going to be so significant as to make any of those levels way easier. But I guess I'll double check that. I'll see which of the quests we have remaining that give Slayer XP, and maybe we can try to focus those when I am doing my one quest or so per episode. In fact, we only have 2 quests left that award Slayer XP. Wanted and Royal Trouble. So maybe we'll do those this episode. Hey, the Slayer task is done. Turn to a Slayer Master. Okay, that was fun though. Haul ended up being pretty good. We got a decent number of herbs just across the board that have already been deposited, a decent number of gems, 650 fire runes, 43 nature runes, and lots of ore. And lots of bars too, like 18 silver bars is pretty nice. We can use that to make some of those opal jewelries later on. Fire giants. Might not be able to melee them. Let's see what the deal is with fire giants. Oh shit, I have that medium clue scroll. I should probably do that in case any of these mobs have a chance to drop a medium clue scroll. Completely forgot. Look up fire giants. Okay. Fire giants do not drop medium clue scrolls, so I don't need to worry about using it before I finish this task. I think I actually want to fight them in the waterfall dungeon anyway, which is where I have to go for the clue scroll, so I may as well do both. Okay, so I've been researching where to go for the fire giants, and it looks like Catacombs of Korend are actually kind of reasonable. The reason for that is that they drop more stuff there and are a higher level, and so grant more Slayer XP. So I'm going to give that a try. If it doesn't work, we'll go to the Waterfall Dungeon. Worth checking out, though. Just make sure I know where they are, too. I think they're west and north of the entrance. Yeah. Okay. When I walked in here on accident the first time, I was like, oh my god. Too much scary stuff here. Get me out of here. Okay, so they're up there, but I don't know how to actually get up there. That's the problem. Oh, I think it's just, well, maybe not. South from the skeletons, maybe there's a way up? Oh, here it is. I need a mine to get to them. Okay. Maybe that's what the pickaxe is there for. Guess I'll try to kill one and see if it drops it. There's a bank not far from here, but... because I'm lazy. Come on, you're getting so many shots off before. There we go. Iron pickaxe. E.g. the good enough pickaxe. Yeah, let's have protection from melee on, shall we? That all seems very bad. Okay, hold on, let me think a second. Figure out where we're going here. Safe spot before giants become aggressive is over here. Oh, I think I see. Perfect. So there's an even better safe spot a little bit further forward after they drop aggression, but whatevs. This works fine. Ranged 60. Now use red dragonhide armor, dark bows, crossbow, dragon darts, dragon knives, and talked zilools. What are my chances are of getting red dragonhide armor? Hey, it's a rune scimitar. Remember we were trying to get that drop forever? Actually, we ended up getting a dragon scimitar before getting a rune scimitar. Funny stuff. There was an okay amount of money, too. It's cool. Hey, another rune scimitar. Of course. I should have come here earlier. I didn't even really think about it. I could have handled these guys without too much trouble. Slayer 53. Goal here is to get to more Slayer XP than we have Prayer XP, so take a little bit while longer. If we were to finish this task, we get to 54 Slayer. I don't know if we'll have time to do that, though. Probably have to bounce out to get more supplies soon, although I know I can bury bones in here as a special thing, and it raises your prayer, which is kind of cool. Oh damn, I didn't realize this, but apparently I can use... At 61 range I get a rune crossbow, so I knew that was a thing. And I'm like, I've been using this bone crossbow for a long time, I wonder if I can do anything good with the rune crossbow. It looks like a lot of the ammo for the rune crossbow is crazy expensive. But the thing that's not crazy expensive is broad bolts, which I can get from the Slayer Master at 55 Slayer, which we're pretty close to. I guess the issue is going to be that we need 300 Slayer points to be able to fletch our own broad bolts, which is kind of sucky because we only have 184 Slayer points right now. I mean, I'm coming up on a multiple soon. I'm getting to 35. I'll try to figure out how many more Slayer tasks we'd have to do, because that seems like that would be a good upgrade. I could buy the unfinished broad bolts, and if we did that, it would justify the extra effort we put into fletching. So remember, we only needed 50 fletching for the quest cape, but we ended up going to 60 to make the myth grapple for the stupid medium diaries. That might justify that. Let me check Slayer reward points to see how long I can expect it to take. It's probably worth getting, even though I've been trying to save for a grimier pack or a rune crafting pouch, rune pouch. Hey, hit point 62. That's cool. I'll take it. Oh damn, I didn't realize we technically unlocked a new Slayer Master at 75. That gives way more points per task. Oh, that sucks. I could have gotten a really big multiplier if I had switched to them for this task. Konar. Actually, no, because we don't get bonus points every 5 tasks, it's every 10 tasks. Okay. So we can probably switch to them after this one, now that we're just barely combat 75. This NPC gives 18 per task and 90 every 10 tasks. So if I just sit here and burn through as much Slayer tasking as I can tolerate, that might be enough points to be able to switch to the rune crossbow and broad bolts fairly cheaply. Let's see if I've lost aggro yet, if I can start going to the better safe spot soon. This is pretty slow, just in terms of how long it takes me to kill a giant. Okay, I think they've de-aggroed. So I need to be cautious just in case they suddenly change their minds about that, but... It looks like I can get these broad bolts, that's gonna double my range strength. Probably do significantly more damage. Also, darn, I forgot to bring the Ring of Wealth. I'll wait to bounce until my inventory fills up. Alright, so I have a sufficiently high smithing and fletching skill to make mithril bolts. So when I get to 61 ranged, I might... Well, I was gonna say I might bounce out of here to try to make a rune crossbow and fire one. A rune crossbow is like 69 fletching, or kill a level 200 enemy in the wilderness. Possibly not happening. What does it take to make a mithril crossbow? Fletching 54. So actually, I could make a mithril crossbow. Okay. What's the stat difference, I wonder? It's plus 24 ranged, and then it's like 1.5 times better than my current bolts, my bone bolts. That might be worth it. I don't know. Got enough mithril, I guess. Let's see how many bolts I can get out of the mithril I currently have banked. No, I think the rune crossbow makes more sense. I could try to go kill the dude in the wilderness. That might be easier said than done. Well, it would be kind of appropriate to finally die in this game after exceeding 400 hours. I'm thinking about going and fighting this boss that drops a rune crossbow. It looks like its drop rate's not terrible. It's like 1 in 25, but that's still pretty brutal. It also drops a red dragonhide body, which could be nice at this stage. Seems crazy dangerous, though. Ooh, fire battle staff. I actually want that. That's cool. I didn't realize they dropped that. Awesome. It's like I've had the battle staff I wanted least this whole time. Finally got one I'm excited about. Cool. Hey, it's the mysterious old man. Mime show. Nope. Maybe if you were the other mysterious old man. Range 61. I've got some work I'm working on right now, so I'm actually going to keep going for a bit, but we might try to farm that enemy in the wilderness for a little bit. See if we can get the rune crossbow from it without dying. We'll see. Hey, tooth half of key. That's exciting. The loop half to get another one. I'm officially out of bone bolts. Damn, we've been at this for a minute. Let's see. I'll have to reset a correction. I'm going to go ahead and buy more bolts and do a quick bank run. So I'm actually going to go ahead and take a break here. I'll be back in a few seconds. Howdy, folks. Good morning. I had to take a longer break than I was expecting. So Tears of Guthix is now available. I don't want to spend too much time dorking around. So I'm going to go back to the Fire Giant Cave to get enough XP to advance us beyond where we are with Prayer, which doesn't require me to buy some more bone bolts. And then after that, we're going to advance farming to 54 and Runecraft to either 54 or far enough into Runecraft that we are above Prayer XP. Go do Tears of Guthix. Won't leave us a ton of time left in the episode, so we'll try to find some quests to do. And then, going forward, I think I still want to try to get a rune crossbow. That involves fighting an enemy in the wilderness, which I'm not pumped about, but we'll give it a shot. So anyway, off to buy some gear. Let me deposit my stuff from our last farming run here. Right, I got a fire battle staff. That was lucky. Fire giant bone. The tooth half of key in the key tab. Alright, so if I head back, I don't need the anti-dragon shield. I don't need most of these. I'm gonna save some inventory space. I don't think I need... Well, Xeric's Talisman's a little convenient. A couple more of these just in case. Tears of Guthix is a great way to interrupt the schedule. Get some grinding in there. Yeah, it's a lucky rain or weed, or as we come in, we'll take it. So now I have more XP on Slayer than I do on Prayer, but I'm going to push through to 54 Slayer. We'll bounce out and do Runecraft 54, Farming 54, Tears of Guthix, questing, and probably some medium diaries. And then maybe, well, somewhere in there, maybe I'll try to fight the crazy archaeologist in the wilderness. I'm just a little teensy bit nervous about that. Hey, range 62. That popped up faster than I was projecting. I thought it was going to take me longer than it would take to get Slayer up. But that's cool. I think once Slayer matches
magic, I'll probably start leveling them in tandem. Magic's more important. Should probably be doing magic first. Slayer's at a point now where it's probably going to be pretty effective for a lot of endgame content, especially if I can get that rune crossbow. I got my important unlock for it. Slayer 54, what we're here for. Alright, I'm gonna go do Tithe farm to 54 and some change. Or no, just 54 farming. And then Runecraft to probably just 54 Runecraft, so to get 55 anyway. And then I think we're safe to go do Tears of Guthix onto Prayer. And maybe we can be alternating Prayer and Herbler, depending on where else we're getting XP from. Shit, I forgot to switch to my graceful gear. I should probably restart. This is going to be miserable otherwise. So I'm going to watch my run energy and see what happens, but... Might be okay without graceful since I'm only doing 17 per run. Might be a little bit tighter. I don't think it significantly slows down the whole thing, because I still have to wait for all of them to grow, right? Basically, I'm time locked to the very first seed that I plant, so it takes the longest. So I'll try to keep going rather than bouncing. $54 farming. To finish this run to get our reward points, I'll probably buy the XP boost shirt. There's a lot of rewards we want from Tithe Farm, which sucks because I kind of hate Tithe Farm, but it's like the worst kind of attentive play. But I will probably almost always do this for XP versus actually doing farming runs, just because I have a lot of anxiety about like leaving stuff behind with regular farming. I have much worse optimization anxiety. Like, it's super clear whether I'm succeeding at Tithe Farm on a tick-to-tick basis. I feel like endgame farm running is all about having a shitload of teleports. Lots of run energy, lots of inventory space, easy access to banks, that sort of thing. Okay, Tithe Farm complete for today. 150 points. Rewards. Farmer's torso is 150. So I think I need to get... It makes sense to get the whole farmer outfit in descending order of cost. Get the most possible XP. After that, I want auto weed, the seed box, and Grickler's can. I want all of it. I think we'll get it eventually, but it's going to take a while. Farmer shirt. Great. Remember to actually wear it when we go to do Tithe Farm. Turn off my grinding. Well, I guess I'll leave it on because I'm about to go to Arceuus and get 2 awful Runecraft levels. I'm going to have to rethink Tears of Guthix once Runecraft is 55. Like, I didn't realize there was a bank over here. Yeah. Well, that's convenient. I'll keep that in mind. Anyway, as I was saying, once Runecraft is 55. I don't know if I want to keep leveling it all after that, because this is a miserable skill to level up. Well, I forgot to stop at the Tool Leprechaun, but that's okay. It's like, as soon as I finish Tithe Farm, I'm like, get me out of here. Right. See if I can fix this now that I'm thinking about it. Bring those super energy potions I made, right? Burn through them real fast. Probably need more later, but they're not that hard to farm for. Okay. Let's go do Runecraft. Oh, this might not be as miserable as I thought. I must have gotten some Runecraft XP from a quest without realizing it. There's Runecrafting 53, right? Yep. Alright, so one more level. 69 books. We got it. No big D. I might switch to Law Runes at 54. Well, I don't know how much more Runecrafting I'm going to do at 54, but it looks like the Law Runes XP per hour is still worse than books. It's like 18k per hour, and if I'm doing a good job and have a good seed with the library, I get about 24, 25k an hour with books. But it would produce Law Runes, which I want. We'll look into it. Again, the problem is like that XP per hour ignores the fact that I'd have to get my own pure essence, which is annoying. And assumes that I'll be doing Abyss Runecrafting, which I'll probably end up just doing it via Castle Wars, Balloon, Transportation. Whoops, finally I accidentally put some XP towards magic instead of Runecraft. It happens. It's not a bad amount of magic XP, it's like 700 something, but I'd rather be getting that by doing something else like Slayer at the same time. Runecraft 54. We are done for today. I'm going to go ahead and see how many more books I can get back to back before we bail, and then we bail. Just happen to have a copy with me. I think we got here right before a transition, because I never had to start over from scratch and getting books. Total 21k, even including the time that I didn't have super energy potions. If I did Law Runes now, it would be about 18k, best case scenario. Alright, I got 3, that's not bad. Alright, we'll go grab my games necklace, do Tears of Guthix, get some prayer XP. I kind of like to just get into a mode where prayer and herb lore are swapping, depending on which got tears the previous week. Alright, let's see if we can do better than last week. At least 100 is the goal. Tell me a story. Lord Shazia ordered an investigation into the disappearance of Phileas. Have to be a sequel coming up, right? Just don't accidentally start drinking green ones like we have in the past. God damn it, like right there. I feel like sitting and waiting is probably worth it. Just because if you happen to get a full respawn right where you were, pretty high value. No luck today, though. God, I've gotten green now, like, 4 times. I might even get 100 because of that. I got hit 5 times. Stop it. It's a bummer. Cannot catch a break. I think last time I got a couple doubles. I haven't gotten a single double now. I just keep getting extra greens. Maybe we'll get at least 100. It's possible still. Yeah, there's 100. I don't want to drink any more of this green crap. I should be able to do like 130, I think, if I'm a little bit less stupid about it. Yes. Drink some greens right at the end. Perfect. Alright, I'll take 116. That should be enough for 1 prayer level, I think. Prayer 54. We are now base 54 all skills, and fairly close to base 55 all skills. Exciting stuff. I should take a break. I'm still pretty sick from TwitchCon. Probably shouldn't have streamed yesterday. I talked about the possibility of taking a day off, and people are like, "Yeah, it won't be that big of a deal if you're sniffling," but it's really bad. We'll see if I end up taking the day off. Maybe I'll get some more editing in. Do I have any, like, fully charged games necklaces, or is it... No, I don't. Okay. Go ahead and alcohol this crap. Craft some more later. Okay, I'll be back after a short break. A few seconds. See ya. Hey, I'm back. We gotta do at least 1 quest. So we got about 2 hours left. I'm gonna try that. I'm gonna attempt this wilderness boss, which is famous last words. I'm okay to die after we get to post 400 hours. Like I said before, like, at this point, dying would be a relief. I'm basically a hardcore character, and I don't want to be. I kind of want to just be able to go attempt stuff that has a chance of killing you. I need to figure out where this NPC is that we're going to be fighting. Not really a map for him. South of the Forgotten Cemetery. Ruins west. Okay. So he's probably easiest if I, like, go straight to him. I can't really, well, I guess I can't use the Ancient Spellbook to get to him because I don't have 78 magic, but also I want to have normal attack spells, I think. So I'm going to try to put a gear set together for this ish. I'm also going to jump to, a less populated world. I might be pushing it. It's still a US world, right? Let's try 3, 2, 1. It's pretty low pop. So I'm trying to minimize what all I bring out there, but still bring some stuff. So I'm gonna. The boss itself, I can't teleport from where the boss is. I can teleport from near where the boss is. If I bring my Ebon staff, I should end up keeping it if I die, I think. Ebon. Okay. And then Ebon's blast costs what? Death and fire runes. 165 casts is enough to kill him, it might not be. So bring out a bunch of air runes too, just in case I end up having to cast regular spells here. What's my keep on death situation here? Oh, good. It counts each rune as a single item. That's very nice of them. Yeah, I can live with that. I mean, it would suck to lose that many chaos runes. You probably can bring fewer than that. Okay, then I'm going to bring some food and some prayer potions. Just confirm that this projecting the same thing. Okay. Yeah, I can live with that if I lose that. It's not the end of the world. It could be worse. Let's give this a shot. It's northwest of me. Okay. It's like a 1 in 25 drop, so I kind of want to find out if this is even like feasible. Oh, I don't have enough prayer. Shit, let me get out of here real quick. Didn't realize that I was low. Stop over at the monastery, I guess. It's actually pretty close to the monastery. Actually, this is pretty close to the Trollheim teleport. I think I'd rather go that way. Also, I think I'm going to bring some crappy items that I can replace and equip. Hold on. Didn't even think about Trollheim. Didn't know that it's that close. Alright, so I can replace an Amulet of Magic pretty easily. Mystic Boots aren't that bad to replace. They might be expensive. They might get protected on death, I guess is what I mean to say. Mirror Shield I can replace trivially. Presuming the God Cape doesn't count as a high value item. Oh, okay. Gloves, boots, ring. I always get Barrow's gloves back, right? Must be keeping the Barrow's gloves and losing the Farseer helm. I guess I prefer that. 50,000 gold. That's fine. That's a magic attack penalty. Alright, this is probably fine. Let's give this a try. And I'm going to bring some extra law runes. 10 is probably enough. Trollheim teleport. I think it's just due east of here, right? That looks like. Okay, so Crazy Archaeologist. He prey range, avoid his special attack of explosive books. As soon as he says range of knowledge, keep considerable distance. Run towards him until you're 2 squares away from him, so he'll avoid melee damage. I'm sure I've got run energy for the fight. I'm fearless. It doesn't seem like a sensible thing to do. Well, it definitely is not. Oh, hard task. Take that shortcut. That's cool. Lots of rats here. Crazy Archaeologist. I'm assuming any players are here. I kind of want to see if I can pull him somewhere out of there, right? Do this attack avoiding a thing a little bit more smartly. Should be prey range, don't we? Get so close to him to melee him. Rain of knowledge. Jesus, ouch. Ebon Blast hits hard. You belong in a museum. Okay, he's always Belloc like from Indiana Jones. Taste my knowledge. Ruins are mine. This guy's great. This feels very doable right now. He doesn't look like he uses his super move. I thought he was going to be like spamming it. Here's Rain of Knowledge. Okay, well, he didn't drop it. God, my kitties activated this teddy bear we have in here that plays music. I'm going to mute until it stops, sorry. Alright, it respawns pretty quickly, and I went through nowhere near all of my death runes. Oh god, there's another player. Let's do another round of it. I can probably just eat the special attack. Just eat through it, it's not that big of a deal. I really thought he was going to be casting it more. It's for 17. Not screwing around, but I'll try dodging it next time, I guess. I dodged it that time, that's cool. It was pretty fun. Stressful, but fun. Ebon's Blast. Rune Knife. 10 rune knives. Not what we needed, but it's cool. Okay. Keep an eye on my death runes. Once I get to like sub 50, if I haven't gotten the drop yet, I might leave and try to come back more. He's back. Let's go ahead and put this as my quick prayer. Rain of Knowledge. Rain of Knowledge. Okay. This is the first, like, dodge I've ever had to do. Okay, and it looks like there's 2 rounds of attacks when he does that, so I have to run forward and then run back, basically. Explodes and it leaves a secondary explosion. Anchovy pizza. 8 noted anchovy pizzas. Crazy. Okay. This is the thing that I can farm, though. As long as someone doesn't show up and just murder me. I'll have to bail and get more, resources eventually. I could probably switch to, like, full prayer focus and let me stay out here longer. I think I just have to run due south for a bit, or maybe back up the shortcut to get back to Troll Stronghold. Death runes are going to be what stops me from continuing, but I can go buy some. I have an okay amount of money. As I run at least 3 squares, looks like I have enough time to get away from that attack. Like, that's like just forgiving enough. Very possible to get away from it in time. I'm really glad we went ahead and did Recipe for Disaster because it made me a little bit more confident. Like, enemy combat levels have been freaking me out for a while, making me think that something's not possible for me to complete. Muddy Key. Alright, took 0 damage that time. Still burning through prayer, but name of the game, I feel like. Yeah, it cost me about 20 prayer per attempt, which isn't bad. It does look like it's less effective to strafe, like move perpendicular to him, but you do want to move toward him. Makes it easier to avoid his attack. So keep that in mind. I can probably do 2 more kills with the amount of death runes that I have, and then I'm going to have to go buy some. Start turning in cats for it. It can be rough. If I'm mid-cast once Rain of Knowledge starts, it can be tough for me to bail on it. Primary Dwarf Weed. No drops, alright. I think 1 more and then I gotta go restock on death runes. Be pretty pumped if I get this rune crossbow. Then I can finish getting Slayer 55. Get those broad bolts and increase my range training efficacy. Definitely my biggest hurdle in this game is just like collapsing wave functions, just like getting past being afraid of attempting something, you know? Pretty key. out of here. Let me see how easy it is for me to bail. He's actually pretty close to an escape point, so that's quite nice. I might not need to take that. I might be able to just go right here, right? Yeah. Cool. Okay, I'm gonna see how many death runes I can afford. Not a lot. Add them to my list of stuff to pay back. Bring up my Tin Man document here. Alright, bought 400 of them. Anchovy pizza, huh? 6 muddy keys, great. 40 silver orbs, pretty cool actually. I'm gonna get too confident that this is safe and then get my ass kicked. Why are you running this way, main character? Oh, I forgot to fill up my prayer. Hold on. I do this so often, it's annoying. Alright, so you've seen how this works. I'm gonna mute for my attempts to fast forward, and then if anything crazy happens, like another player shows up or we get the drop, I'll pop in. See ya. Oh my god, I think I'm disconnecting. Yep. Really glad this didn't happen while I was in the wilderness or while I was in the middle of a fight with him. This Comcast is dying. I just had them open a ticket for this too. I'll try to call him back later. It's insanely annoying. Alright, well, let's split the VOD. I'll be back once my internet's back. Hey, we're back. These micro outages are... I pay for Comcast Business Internet because I was having so many outages before. And I don't have long outages. I guess I can say that that's improved. And I usually get to someone in the call center that can help me quickly. But it just feels so frustrating because, like, most business customers don't care about micro outages, I don't think. It doesn't really affect them very much. But, like, whenever it goes out for a few seconds like that, it disables all of my running VOD uploads. If it happens in the middle of the night and I'm sleeping, I'm just screwed. Turns off my bot. I'm not collecting data anymore. It's very frustrating. Alright, let's go kill this archaeologist a bunch of times. See how things go. Make sure I'm still on a low pop world, please. Yeah, that's fine. German world. Ow, don't melee me, bro. Get out from in there, please. I have him in like the worst possible place right now. This is annoying. Can't really get him out of there either, can I? Okay, there we go. Jeez. Hopefully after we beat him here, he'll respawn somewhere less stupid. A rusty sword and a looting bag. I don't know what the looting bag is. Huh. To look into it later. Some kind of, wilderness-specific thing, I guess? Oh, your crazy archaeologist kill count. Tracks that. Because he counts as a boss. Alright, back to meeting. Rune two-handed sword. Pretty good alch item. 38,000 gold. Should've thought about bringing my holy wrench with me. Oh well. I don't know how easy it is to get back if I lose it, so... 75 dragon arrows. It's worth 41,000 coins. Pretty good money from this guy, actually. Kind of crazy. Potato with cheese. less exciting drop, although it is healing. I thought they were noted for a second. It's actually quite good. Amulet of Power. Okay. So, I need to make sure I leave myself some time to do some questing. It's fun to farm this guy, but... got 20 minutes left in the episode. I'll keep going until I burn through my resources, and then we'll quest. And if we haven't gotten a drop yet, I'll probably continue doing it next episode. It's like a 1 in 26 drop, so... about halfway to that kill count. Shit. Sorry, I'll remute. 10 red dragonhide. Which I can't craft, but it's still pretty neat. Rusty sword. Compelling drops. Onyx bolt tips. Sell for 97,000 gold. So the fun thing about this is that this is basically going to pay for itself in terms of death runes. I don't have to stress out too much about that. Yeah, I got 3 doses of prayer potion left, so that's like a few more pulls, and then we'll go do a quest. More onyx bolt tips. This is... I mean, if it wasn't for the huge risk associated with coming out to the wilderness, this might be an efficient way to farm money. Alright, I think I got 2 pulls left in me with the prayer potions. I'm probably going to have to do a farming run and pick up my Ranar weeds and all that fun stuff. Last pull. It'd be great to get the drop on this one. Don't see it happening, but we're getting pretty close to the expected drop rate. Oh my god, I ran out of prayer. And I ran out of food. Ooh, it was... okay. I need to... 20 prayer is the average amount that I need for a pull, but I can't rely on that. It could get me killed. It very nearly got me killed there. I didn't have my heart rate monitor on for any of that, because I was like, oh, I can handle this. I've learned it, but whew, that was not worth a nature talisman. Oh my god. Fuck out of here. Okay, well, we know we can beat him if we're cautious. Not doing whatever stupid shit I was doing there. I wonder if he shows up in the collection log. I'm curious now. Collection log. Crazy Archaeologist. Odium Shard, Malediction Shard, Fedora. I guess this only shows his unique drops. Okay. But I can see how much I've gotten so far from here. 329,000. I'm going to sell these Onyx Bolt tips. For sure. Ooh, freaked me out. Alright, it's money. Some red dragon hide in case I can ever make something with that. I'll turn in these rusty swords later. A bunch of money. Buy some more death runes. I'll just do that now, actually. While I am here. I'm going to sell the Amulet of Power, even though it doesn't sell for much, just because it's a pain to have a stack when you only need one item. I should see how many charges I have on my Ebon Ivan staff. 2012. Okay. Glad we upgraded it. Don't have to worry about it for the foreseeable future. Go ahead and alch this rune two-handed sword. I need to look up what this looting bag is. I think I can sell the dragon arrows. I don't think I can use those for a super long time. Although, I guess let me check. Dragon arrows first. Only be used with the dark bow, twisted bow, and the 3rd H bow. Fletching level 90. Dark bow requires level 60 range. Dropped as a dark beast. Requires 90 Slayer to kill. Goodbye. Looting bag. Looting bag is a storage item holding 20 items. Only stored inside the wilderness. Will be stored if they're tradable. Could be contains a drop from any monster in the wilderness. Drop rate of 1 in 30. Players can use the open option, which makes every tradable item picked up go straight into the looting bag while in the wilderness. Once players have looted their desired items, they can use the close option to have items go into their inventory instead. Huh. I guess it's a way to hang out in the wilderness for longer, I guess. Players can deposit items in the bank by accessing the bank interface, or they can click on the looting bag to show its contents. Player killers can place items in the bag without having to use or drop their supplies, which can weaken them greatly. Items in the looting bag do not add extra weight. Neat. Okay. Quests, right? Let's look at that list of quests. God, a little less than an hour left. Let's just do Scorpion Catcher finally. Remember when we were going to go do Scorpion Catcher and I bumped into the Range Guild and then we got on like a 15-hour detour to get smithing and fletching leveled up? Okay, I need things. Let's see. We'll buy more elemental runes soon. Anti-dragon shield, anti-poison, food. Don't need the dusty key. Top floor of the Sorcerer's Tower south of Sears Village. Make sure I didn't actually start this quest. I don't think I did. No, okay. Thormac, what's up? I'm Thormac the Sorcerer. I don't suppose you could be of assistance to me. What do you need assistance with? Lost my pet scorpions. They're lesser Kareed scorpions, very rare breed. Left their cage door open and I don't know where they've gone. There's 3 of them and they're quick little beasties. They're all over Gilmore. How would I go about catching them? I have a scorpion cage here you can use to catch them in. If you go to the village of Sears, to the north of here, one of them will tell you where the scorpions are now. Okay, I will do it. Sounds good. Many greetings. Need to locate some scorpions. Master of Animal Detection. Looking for lesser Kareed scorpions belonging to Thormac the Sorcerer. Seer produces a mirror, gazes into the mirror. See a scorpion that you seek. It appears to be near some nasty spiders. There are coffins there as well. Going through a crack in the wall, it's gone into a secret room. Wow. That's crazy. Imagine this quest first coming out. Like, spiders near coffins. How well do you know the game world, basically? That almost went very badly. I almost forgot to equip the Dragonfire shield. Got it in time, though. Probably pray my way through here. Kareed Scorpion. Search old wall. It's cool. You catch a scorpion. Turn the seer. Build the location of the second and third scorpion. Let's see if I can make another games necklace. Well, I have to find a furnace. I should make some anyway, though. I might be sitting on some sapphire necklaces from the ham storeroom. Retrieve the scorpion from near the spiders. Seems to be a Kareed scorpion in a little village to the east, surrounded by lots of uncivilized-looking warriors. The merchant seems to have picked it up. Any more scorpions? Some sort of upstairs room. There seems to be a brown clothing lying on a table. I wonder if that's the monastery. That's like, if you play the shitload of RuneScape, you can figure some of these stuff out just from the description, right? It was interesting when I was streaming this, the number of people that would be like, yeah, I go to the mine that's just southeast of Varrock. I'm like, you have a very specific memory of some of these things. It's kind of like Dark Souls in that respect. It's just like you do it so many times that you burn a map of the world into your brain pretty easily. Alright, do I have I have tons of them. Fantastic. Cosmic runes, which I have enough probably to last me for the whole playthrough. Sweet. Games necklace. Let's go. Brain outpost. There are 2 scorpions inside. Oh, it is in the Edgeville Monastery. Nice. That's cool. That's why you need prayer to do this quest. Gotcha. Yeah. Brown clothing on a desk. I probably only knew that because I literally just did that to go fight the crazy archaeologist, right? How does one join this monk outfit? Just put on this monk outfit. No, don't attack the monk. Well, it wasn't on purpose. Sorry, dude. Probably end up going to hell or something for this. I didn't realize it, but I was getting pretty good magic XP for fighting that archaeologist. That's cool. 30,000. If we keep doing it, we'll probably hit 70. I walked right past the scorpion because I'm a big old dummy. It's okay, go grab it. Alright, now this is kind of a lame-o quest to do as my one quest for the episode, but I am technically abiding by the rules that I set for myself. The letter of the law. I think we'll turn this in. I want to go fight the archaeologist more. I want to get that rune crossbow. Once I have the rune crossbow, I have to go do medium diaries. Keep training Slayer. Try to get Slayer. Like I said, I need to train Slayer constantly to have some time to work on my D&D adventure. I need to get it to 69 anyway. But I want to get it to 55 and then get enough skill points, Slayer points, to be able to get the broad bolts, even though it's making it get other things slower. Like I won't be able to get the I won't be able to get the rune pouch or the herb pouch as quickly. It seems like doing that much more damage with range is going to make Slayer tasks faster, and the faster we are with Slayer tasks, the more points we get. Yada yada yada. Thormac, I got your shit. I retrieved all your scorpions. Hey! Oh, super close to 60 strength. That's cool. Yeah, once we hit 60 strength, we'll be base 60 all combat skills. We're actually getting pretty close to base 60 all skills. There's a couple of annoying ones that are lagging behind, but... neat. Okay, crazy archaeologists. I need to get more prayer potions, so I'm gonna go harvest my Renar weeds real quick. Actually, wait, I should bring something else to plant. Not Renar seeds, but... right, all my seeds are at the farming guild. Shoot. I need to keep some herb seeds stashed here. Screw it, do it some other time. I'm gonna get my Renar weeds, but... really glad we have this Trollheim teleport. I have all these crazy teleports, right? Like Apatol. You know, I hit 69 magic and I completely forgot that I have a Karen Castle teleport. Need soul runes. Feeble. I guess I'm not really excited by any normal spellbook spells. Maybe level 6 enchant, but Onyx Jewelry so far in the future. So what spells do I care about? Drunken Dwarf's Leg, I still have that. Put the magic level up table here. 70 is Earthwave, Ice Burst. I think Ice Burst maybe is relevant. It's damage in a 3x3 square and up to 9 targets, yeah. Mobilizes them for 10 seconds. Expensive as shit to cast though, yikes. Cast Cure Me. Cures a caster of poison. Lunar spells. Should do the lunar spell. Looks like it's a cool spell book. Has a lot of fun stuff in it. Put the Secators back. Lunar Diplomacy is the name of the quest. Yeah, Humidify would be nice. Bake Pie would be nice. Spin Flax would be nice. Super Glass would be nice. Tan Leather would be nice. Okay, the other one was in Hosidius. Which I'm going to try out this. Well, no, I'll use, just use the Xerix Talisman. I gotta go farm some Lizardmen Fangs at some point. Let's see, so I got 6 Raynar Weeds. Does that result in a profit? Not really. No, it's almost exactly equal to the cost of the Raynar Seed. I guess if you get an unusually good harvest, it's worth it. 11 charges. Talisman. Alright, so this one is returning more than the value of the seed. Very cool. 9 Raynar Weeds. Do the shit back. Go ahead and make a bunch of prayer potions out of these. And then we'll go fight Crazy Archaeologist. Probably for the rest of this episode, and then for a good chunk at the start of the next episode, or however long it takes us to get that drop. Alright, so I just bought another, how many death runes? Okay, it was 500, right? Yeah. So we've so far bought a total of 900 death runes. Buy another 600 now. Death rune. Since I can afford it. Bought 1 out of 600 death runes and it plays this crazy, like, fanfare. Hooray? 9. Alright, so that gets us 17 prayer potions, which is pretty good, I think. Gonna have to stop by the rune shop real quick. Do that now. I love the designs on the runes. They're so amateurish looking. It's really cool. Let's see. Mostly need fire for this. Awesome. Now I just need to gear up and go fight this guy a bunch and hope that the fact that it's later in the morning doesn't mean that I'm more likely to run into PKers. I'm still on a pretty low pop server right now. Yeah. I want some air runes so I can teleport out in a pinch. Don't need the nature runes. Don't need all these law runes. Probably need like 5 of them. Definitely don't need money. Right. So monk gear is going to be part of it, I think. He was pretty easy to hit, so I feel like I'm a crazy person. Hold on. Monk. There we go. And let's do the Farseer Helm, Barrow's Gloves, guess Mystic Boots. Let's see where that puts us. Barrow's Gloves, Farseer Helm, Mystic Boots will be kept. Okay. Take the Magic Amulet. Could probably get another Brutish Shield. It's not worth it though. It's too much of a hassle. God Cape. Don't really need to populate the ring slot. I can get Rada's Blessing back, so I should bring it. Even if it's just +1 prayer, that's nothing to sneeze at. And of course, the staff itself. Value of lost items, 282,000 gold. Yeah, okay, that's fine. I guess it's Mystic Boots is a big part of that. Death runes are probably the biggest one, actually. just hope and pray that nobody shows up to be a dick. Alright, and then we want like 10 of these. Don't really need that much inventory space, and like 5 of these. I think limiting the number of prayer potions I bring is probably wise, because that way it limits how long I spend out there. And once we get this drop, we're not going back. Not for a long time anyway. Alright. I think we're ready. I feel like this fight is really putting me in the wrong mental state, because it's telling me that it's safe to go to the wilderness and fight dudes like this. It really isn't at all. Super dangerous. Even just the boss itself is dangerous. If one other player shows up and tries to multi-combat attack me, I'm hosed. Alright, well, you've seen this before, so I'll mute unless if something cool happens. God, my cat was messing with something over here. I didn't dodge that attack and I got hit by all 3 of them. I think if I get really unlucky, it can almost one-shot me. So, I cannot be dealing with cat troubles when I'm attacking this guy, or gonna have a bad time. Red Dragonhide. I feel like I'm splashing way more without the Mystic Chest, so maybe I should bring that next time. Makes a difference. Doesn't seem to be making a huge difference in prayer. Like, if the enemy takes longer to kill, then I drain more prayer at the end of the day anyway, right? So. God, how many? 150 cannonballs? Yeah, okay. I'm gonna complain about that. Alright, we're officially at the kill count where we should have seen it drop by now. It's a 1 in 26 drop, and we just got kill 26, so hopefully we get lucky here soon. White berries, huh? Magic 70, I can't celebrate for a sec though. $70 magic is exciting. Raising our overall combat level is always a good thing, right? Rain of Knowledge, he says. Run toward him. And run back. I assume some of the endgame boss content is like this. There's a telegraphed attack that you have to avoid that way. 40 more silver ore, it's nothing to sneeze at. It's not a rune crossbow, but... You know, I was going to say earlier, they wanted to make him completely self-sustainable, given that he drops food, he needs to drop prayer potions, and he dropped a prayer potion. Not a very common drop, but... Alright, we're going to keep at this. What am I going to say? Yeah, so this episode will probably end when I run out of resources. So that's my plan. And then if we haven't gotten the drop yet, next episode we'll probably start with more of this. I'll go hide over by the Trollheim shortcut. Just saw another player. I'm going to see what he drops, and I'm going to try to world hop if it lets me. Mud runes. Okay, that was scary. I think he was there to screw with me, but still. Oh god, my prayer went off. Why am I taking all this damage? I think we're okay again. I should change player names to bright red when I'm out here, right? I really just want the drop so I can get out of here, right? Nope. No dice. That time he dropped nothing. Alright, we don't have very many pulls left, so... Fingers crossed. 2 more pulls. That'll be the end of the episode. I'll be pretty hyped to get it. Okay, so I got 2 more pulls, and then we gotta bounce. Unless if he drops per potion, but... Tooth, half of key. We actually already had a tooth, so I need 2 loops now. Alright, last pull. 32 prayers should be fine. I think it's 20 to 30 that I end up using, depending on how lucky I get with max hits. No dice. More dragon arrows, though. It's money. Pays for death runes and stuff. Okay, let me go get to safety. I need to leave anyway to get per potions back, so I'll take a break there. Thank you folks for watching. Just to summarize what to expect in upcoming episodes, I'm going to keep farming that guy until I get the stupid rune crossbow. We're at 44 kills. It's supposed to be a 1 in 26 drop rate, so hopefully it's coming soon. What else? Yeah, because the number of kills we have affects the drop rate. It's still 1 in 26 every kill. Yes, kiddies, I know you're dying. Get fed in another 30 minutes. Have patience. They know what my sign-off voice sounds like, even when I'm not, signing off of stream normally. So we're going to get the rune crossbow. We're going to continue to do at least 1 quest per episode. We're going to finish those medium diaries. And then once the medium diaries are done, we're just going to go hard on Slayer. It might end up being like 7.5 hours of Slayer and 30 minutes of 1 quest for a few episodes while I work on D&D prep and stuff like that. So we'll see you next episode. Thanks for watching. Bye.